Something like this.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
All right, episode number 13. It's your boy Zeke.
It's your boy Israel.
Yeah, it's Brian.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Couch locked on these hoes. Couch locked on these hoes. Oh, before we even go any further, I forgot that STS 420 and Couch Locked are both on Amazon Music, and Couch Locked is on Pandora. I keep forgetting to mention that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so it's there now. I don't know why STS 420 isn't, but anyway.
I guess it's gonna take a while,
Who
but
knows?
yeah. But check it
I
out.
mean, shit. Yeah, well, I mean, shit. I tried to apply for that Pandora for STS 420 a while back. I think it's because we play music, so they're not letting that shit fly. Who the hell knows?
Right.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah. I mean, shit. They already ain't paying people enough to pay. You know, as far as streams go, anyway. So
Wait, I thought
Last
they
thing they
paid
wanna
a
do
little
is
bit
give
more
out.
than Spotify.
who Pandora?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, they're way at the bottom of the list.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I think it takes like 150, no, 250 million streams to get like $100 or some crazy shit like that.
Jeez Louise, dude. You remember that video that I sent you, right? With the girls from
Oh
that
yeah,
one
no, I listened
podcast?
to that episode. Yeah,
I thought it was so
that's
crazy.
That's fucking sad, dog.
For real. And I'm just like, no wonder they have to do all these like Vogue and all this other shit just to make money or like other side hustles because they're barely getting any money from streams.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's the life of a damn music
Musician.
artist.
Yeah, because
Yep, musician. Yeah, it's trash, bro.
especially like during COVID, like all your money is literally from touring and merch.
And merch. Yep.
But
And
because
if you don't have the ability to do that, man, you're kind of shit out of luck.
yeah, that's why you see a lot of them on like podcasts. That's why you see a lot of them on like TV shows. You
Shit,
know,
a lot of them started doing OnlyFans, bro.
I saw a couple of rock stars that I follow starting to do OnlyFans, and I'm like, bruh, stop it.
Hey, shit, they got mouths to feed, though.
You ain't lying. You ain't
Can't
lying.
blame them.
Yeah. I mean,
us three are in the fortunate position to where we don't have mouths to feed, you know, as far as kids go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it doesn't hurt to start one.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because technically, OnlyFans isn't just a porn site.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was never the intention, right?
No,
Yeah.
it was never that intention. It was just only for fans that were really into like the creator, whoever it is, to do whatever they want. But because a lot of people were all like, "Oh shit, I can sell my nudes on this shit."
yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I know Sarah was wanting to put out like her book in like chapters,
Yeah.
like you know, just chapter by chapter, and she was like, "You think I should put it? You think I should put it on OnlyFans?" I was like, maybe Patreon.
Yeah.
She said, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, because there's a stigma already attached to OnlyFans that
Oh yeah.
you know that it's basically you're doing porn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much how it is."
Because I mean,
Yeah.
like, what was it? I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and I think it was DJ Envy. He was like, "Yeah, I made an OnlyFans for my real estate because he does real estate." But once he said OnlyFans, everybody in the whole studio was all like, "Yo, you're showing that ass? What's up?"
Out there showing them yeeks.
He ain't lying. And he's all
Yeah,
like
that-
trying to
like I said,
explain
there's
it the whole time. He's like, "No, it's for real estate." And I was like, "Dude, you just butchered yourself. You just got to say Patreon."
Yeah, that's pretty much like that's. I guess whenever you think non-sexual stuff, you go Patreon. I mean,
Right.
unfortunately, people have ruined OnlyFans forever now.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, people still use Patreon for that nude shit, too, but it's now becoming more of OnlyFans.
Yeah, yeah. I know like a lot of podcasts like I was even thinking about that, maybe putting just the unedited video whenever we start doing that on Patreon, so that way I can be lazy and not have to edit that shit up. But
Hey,
just just basically slap a filter on there and be like, all right, well, you want it? It's $1 a month.
hey.
But I don't know, man. Who the hell knows? All right, let's get into this cyberpunk shit, dog.
Dude, they're doing so bad, dude.
It is, yeah, it's a real up and down for them right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that their stock dropped a lot or something like that, and they
Yeah.
had like 8 million pre-orders, and then like the developers like offered refunds and shit, and you know like basically like refunds and future patches or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It was one of their things, and then come to find out that they're not even fulfilling those refunds.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
think
It's
it's
weird, man.
CD Projekt Red wants to fulfill the refunds, but I think it's having to deal with
Sony and Microsoft.
yeah, exactly. Them not wanting to fulfill them. So, but I mean, CD Projekt Red will do right by the fans, I think, because
Yeah,
The Witcher 3 it came out um kind of similar. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get Witcher 3 on release. I didn't even get it till after they had released everything, like all the expansions and everything.
Okay.
So I
right.
didn't see it when it was at its worst, but I listened to a lot of people talking about it and stuff like that. And apparently, yeah, The Witcher 3 did have a lot of bugs and stuff at the beginning, but then, they turned it around,
Did
released a
some
lot of
updates, yeah.
yeah, a lot of patches, gave the customers a lot of free shit. Because
Right.
if you look on like the store page for those games, like on Xbox and PlayStation stuff like that, there's tons of free stuff for those games on there.
Hell yeah.
Not just the two expansions or whatever, but like tons of like extra stuff, like extra quests and all kinds of things. So, they try to do right by their fans.
And that makes sense because I mean, like, you want that fan base to, keep on coming and keep on, buying your product. But
Yeah, but at the same time, it is unfortunate. Like I really wish that they had actually shown some footage of the current gen, because I think it
Yeah,
was
that's where they fucked up.
yeah, because I want to say like everything we saw was
for the next
next gen
gen,
and
yeah.
PC.
The majority of it was PC, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So
But a lot of people are saying that this is a game that is well worth saving. So like they're kind of just like waiting, and
yeah,
a lot of it's like split down the middle. Like half are fine waiting, and then the other half are like fuck that shit, give me my money back. Like
Right.
you started making this game for Xbox One and PS4. Like that was your original intention for
yeah,
this console. Even the older ones should be working fine.
Right.
But but again, even if this game was horrible on the next gen consoles, it was gonna work great on PC. So we can kind of take them out of the equation. It's more so the console players that are having issues with it. Like even a lot of like PS5 and Xbox Series X players are coming out and saying like they're having difficulties. Not as much as the older gen,
Right.
obviously, but like the older gen, it's almost like they tried to completely push them out of the room whenever they made this game. They're
Right.
like,
yeah.
oh shit, fuck that game, fuck them consoles. Let's just focus on the newer shit.
What was
But
it?
not
When
knowing that everyone was gonna not buy the shit, the consoles on release date.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah, because me and BZ were talking about it before we even started. I was saying that I feel like they were pressured to maybe do it with the new gens because these new gens probably won't have all these new games until like what next year, and so
yeah,
the both companies were all like, "Well, you gotta like put this on the PS5s and the Xbox Series because this is the most anticipated game." So I think
I feel like if they were pressured by anyone, it really wasn't even the fans because I mean, let's say there was another delay. Okay, what are we gonna do about it? Well,
right.
the people who can do something about it are the motherfuckers investing.
Hmm.
They're probably the ones who are like, no, we want to see we want to see a turnaround right now.
Yeah.
Put this shit out.
Well,
Bad
yeah,
idea.
because unfortunately, this, December is the hot time for game
Oh
releases.
yeah.
That's the prime spot because everyone's doing their Christmas shopping. So they're going to be
Hmm.
like, hey, this is, people have been saving up money for a couple months getting ready for Christmas shopping. This, you want them to spend their money this time because they're more likely to buy your game at Christmas time versus, any other time of the year.
Right.
So, because if they had delayed till like January, February, they would have missed that prime time. And so they would have been least likely to make as many sales. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I think if a product is good, it usually sells itself,
Right.
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people, we are hurting for a new RPG. We haven't had,
A good RPG in a while.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because when you talk about, AAA RPGs, what comes to mind? Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Fallout,
Monster
uh,
Hunter.
Monster Hunter,
Well, that's
uh,
more of a
yeah,
action game, but
yeah, Elder Scrolls. You're talking about those kinds of games, and so we haven't had at least one of those core four in a while.
Right.
Last one was what, Andromeda,
Yeah.
and which was a couple years back. Probably what, 4 years ago.
I think longer.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. So, um, we're we're kind of hurting for a good RPG right now.
Mm-hmm. Because they're not going to release anything new anytime soon.
Yeah, they're though the core four that I mentioned, they're not going to release any more for the current gen. It's going to be for next gen.
Right.
So, yeah,
yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. Hopefully, they get this shit figured out. Like I said, it's from what I hear is
It's
a
looking
lot of
bad.
people. Yeah, it's looking bad, but a lot of people are wanting to wait around. At
To
least
see.
enough people are wanting to wait around just have it be saved, so that way they can kind of justify their, I guess, fandom.
Purchase.
Because
Right.
yeah, and purchase. Yeah, that's probably bigger. But
yeah,
You ain't lying.
that
It
money
kind
goes a
of.
long. Yeah, that money goes a little longer than the fucking fan does.
Yeah.
yeah,
Granted, they both go hand in hand, but I mean that money talks. So
You ain't lying. What was it? It kind of reminds me of that one game that you're playing with the skateboard. I forget which one it is.
oh Jesus Christ, bruh.
yeah. How's
We
that
waited
update
five
working?
months for that game, for that update, and then there's videos on Reddit. If you just go to Reddit or download the app and type in Skater XL right now, there's nothing but a bunch of people posting glitches of the video. There's one where I guess the dude goes to do like a pop shove it, which is basically you just spin the board.
Yeah.
Well, instead of the board spinning, his legs do like it's like a damn toy. His legs keep spinning and they don't stop.
Oh
He
Jesus.
rolls around like that for like 4 minutes. It's like a 3.5 minute video, and his legs are just constantly spinning. There's one glitch where if you grind a certain rail, it just
Yeah.
fucking launches you like across the map. Then you go flying into a tree or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is this, dog?
So basically, it was a worthless fucking update.
Mm, ish. You know how most times like whenever they add shit to a game, it's just there. Well, with this, they tried to make it look like a PC. So
Hmm.
whenever you hit the start button or whatever it is, the select button, it'll say like mod browser. So you can download the shit from there, and then like the gear, like new boards, new clothes, and all this other shit. But they try to make it look like a PC. The problem is with this update, the way they did it, whenever you start, you don't have anything. So you have to wait for your game or your system to kind of catch up, and then it'll reinstall everything you just downloaded. So it takes forever. And then all the glitches, I'm like, man, like Jesus Christ. And then also like Be Easy was saying, holiday season, people waited for that game as well, probably with the new update or for the new update.
Right.
And this is what we got. So they tried to rush that out as well.
Let's boycott these motherfuckers.
Nah, I'm not so mad at them as I would be a CD Projekt Red, because it's literally like 8 developers doing this game that millions of people want. As to where CD Projekt Red, that game's been in development for a minute, since 2012.
Years. Yeah.
So, and this game came out in 2015, and it was literally at the time 2 developers. So
okay,
I
yeah,
mean, we can't be super mad. And then they only added like 6 more developers to kind of, to the team, as opposed to 50, 60 to 1,000
developers
like
doing for the
they don't have the
game.
budget like CD Projekt Red does.
Right.
So,
okay, that makes more sense. I
at this
didn't
point,
know that.
It's kind of comical.
Yeah.
But, yeah. If they would have had a team like CD Projekt Red, I'd have been like, all right, y'all are fucking up for real. I need to get y'all shit together.
Real quick. I'm gonna need that money back.
Yeah, even though the game was only $40, so that's another reason you really can't complain too much.
Right.
But
okay, that makes sense. I thought they had a bigger team.
Oh yeah, I do know. It's Easy Day Studios is a super indie development team.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But Cyberpunk though, god damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hopefully they get it fixed soon. I mean, again, if anybody's got the budget, it could definitely be them.
I mean,
to
R.I.P.
To get it fixed quick, yeah.
We'll see.
So, there's if you look on the subreddit for Cyberpunk, everybody's posting their glitches, and there's a dude walking around. He gave himself, I don't know how. Maybe it was just the game. I think it was a glitch, but he has like 3 dicks. It looks like he's walking around with 3 boners or something. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
God damn. That's just
but
sad.
it's all good though. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I was thinking about it, like I don't even know if I personally have any real intentions on playing that game.
Nah,
So,
I probably will never play that game.
But I just know it's really highly anticipated.
I will.
So,
but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna wait.
yeah, you might as well.
Well, I might get it depending on how it is later on down the line, like 2 years, 3 years later, when it's like $6, it's worthless.
God damn.
Shit. I don't think it'll get to that point.
Yeah, basically Anthem, but
I don't think it'll get down to that point because I think it'll probably end up kind of like The Witcher 3 did. So even now, I think if you look on the store, like The Witcher 3 is still like maybe like $20-$30.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, unless
I don't know if we
go,
can use that as an example because I mean, even like fucking super old horrible games are still $20-$30.
Yeah. So I mean, unless
store anyway.
Yeah, I mean, unless you go and get like the hard copy over at like GameStop or something.
Yeah, I'm most likely gonna do that.
Yeah, then you'll probably get it pretty cheap, but
I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people want it to be saved, and they're willing to wait. So I'm pretty sure they'll get it fixed. I mean, it's just like I don't know why people like what were they thinking going out buying it straight like right away. Of course, it's gonna have bugs. Same with the new consoles. Why would you spend your money like right away?
Well,
because people are impatient.
Well, no, because when a game comes out, you assume it's good to go.
Not these days.
Yeah,
but
I can kind of see that.
Because I mean, if you go and buy like Zeke, for example, say he goes out and buys the new 2K, he's going to be like, he's going to expect it to work and play,
Right.
He's not going to assume that it's unplayable. because then why the fuck did you release the game? You know?
Right.
Well, see, the difference with that game is sports games are always going to have the budget to make sure the shit's on point.
Yeah.
I want to say every year Madden EA dumps $1 billion into their new Madden every game since 2014. They've dumped $1 billion. Same with 2K. So their shit is always on point. That's what like we go in with that expectation because we know that they've got the budget. I personally, I'm pretty new to CD Project Red. Like, I don't know much about them, so I don't know what their budget looks like. That's why, like, I'm cracking jokes on it, but I don't really know to what extent, like what is and what isn't in their control.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know they were relatively small when
They
they
first
released the
started.
first Witcher game. Yeah, they were still really small. Witcher 2, they got a little bit bigger. And then, working up to 3, they got a lot bigger and they were able to release, Witcher 3, which after that, I'm sure they got even bigger. So,
Wait, are
that,
the guys who made Witcher 3 same guys who are making Cyberpunk?
I assume.
Okay.
So, because I think they kind of want to follow in the footsteps of like BioWare and Bethesda,
Mm.
and that they have like their two flagship games.
Right.
They'll have The Witcher, and then, I guess their second one will be Cyberpunk. So, they're couple years, they're going to want to release another Witcher game. And then a couple years after that, they're probably going to want to release another Cyberpunk game.
78. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I feel like with something like CD Project Red, The Witcher being as big as it is, especially now that Netflix kind of
Made it more popular.
added a little fuel to that fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can kind of rely on a couple of games to keep them afloat. I.e., Witcher and Cyberpunk, assuming they get that shit fixed pretty fast.
Right.
They don't. When you got games like that, those games already have such a huge following that they can kind of just live off that money, and kind of put
As
all
long
their
as they do it
focus.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think a lot of developers should be doing. I remember back in the gap, whenever certain developer companies or the production companies used to try to make so many different type of games, so many different type of genres, i.e., EA, and the shit never worked out. Like now that they know their lane, sports games, they focus on that. So CD
Right.
Project Red would probably be better off. Well, I'll just use them as an example. Probably be better off focusing on those two games, you know, to kind of keep them afloat financially. Not even really afloat, but just to kind of keep their ship sailing.
Right. Just money coming in and money coming out kind of thing.
Plus,
Enough to.
they probably got merch money, all kind of shit. So
Yeah. Because I was about to say, there's a lot of games that came out first day release and didn't really have a lot of bugs or too bad of a bugs that they do with Cyberpunk. But, that was before the internet days.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Because I'm trying to think of a game in recent memory that I played that released and it was pretty buggy. But I'm having trouble. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm having trouble thinking.
Hmm.
I'm sure I probably played a few games that were pretty buggy on release and had to go through quite a few patches to make
Right.
it playable. Um,
I was surprised with God
That's-
of War because it wasn't all that bad at all.
what?
With how when it
God of
first,
War?
yeah, God of War when it first released, I don't think there was really any
Mm,
bad bugs.
Yeah,
It was like maybe a minor bug with like maybe a glitch, like his hand kind of doing a little small thing, but even then it just fixed up real quick.
yeah. But if I remember correctly, like at least like the previous God of War games, that were what on PS2, PS3. Those were, you know,
Oh yeah, when they first released, yeah, they were really glitchy.
were they?
Some of them, yeah,
Huh.
depending on what kind of stuff you did
Hmm.
or certain levels.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know which game never really caught any flack for being glitchy as fuck?
What game?
any of the Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah.
They were crazy glitchy, but because that world is such a gigantic world,
Well, I
people
think
Yeah.
almost took it as like, oh, that's an RPG. At least as far as like the world size. So of course there's gonna be glitches in there. Y'all remember on Vice City, like they if you went by the ocean, there
yeah.
would be sharks just like on the grass and shit.
Well, I think it's
Like that
because
was
it just made it 10 times funner. You know?
Yeah. Because those weren't necessarily game breaking,
right.
and
yeah, yeah,
the,
true.
you know,
Well, now
so
it is, but
they were more glitches, almost closer to glitches than bugs, I
yeah.
think. I mean, you might have called them bugs, but they were probably closer to glitches. So
But they were great, especially when you put
yeah.
too many cheat codes in some of them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
overload.
That shit would go haywire, and then you have to restart your whole PS2 just to get it all normal again. And sometimes it even linger too, and you're just like, "Oh shit,
Yep.
I got a black screen. I'm just floating in the air."
Yep.
Yo, what's it called whenever you get to a certain, or I guess like basically like a shitty save, like a loop death or something like that, where you save it like right as you're dying or some shit,
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
lock yourself in a position where no matter what you do, you're gonna die, so you kind of fucked yourself. And then most likely, if you had a memory card back in the gap, you overwrote your last save to make room for this save.
Oh,
Oh
dude.
yeah, yeah. I forget what it's called, but I think it's just a death loop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
That shit was.
I don't think I've ever had that happen with me because I always had like at least one extra save point before that one. So I'll delete the one that was before it, so I at least have two. So one that I saved and the other one that was before that save.
Hmm.
And
Bro, I had
Um.
man,
one of those little baby ass memory cards, like whatever the cheapest one was, the 4 MB, whatever it was for PlayStation, like the
yeah.
OG PlayStation, and I fucked myself on Resident Evil 2. Dog, I got so far in this game, and I overwrote all my saves to get there. And there's a point where you have to cross a bridge. Well, uh, pretty much, like I guess you have to go through that bridge with full health
Uh
because there's gonna be zombies coming from both sides of the bridge fucking you up. And I had like, I don't know, maybe one hit left before I was supposed to die. And you have to run through there because the bridge is also on fire. So
Mm.
that
oh
takes away your
shit.
health. And I went through there with, again, like maybe a pinch of health. And I overrode everything. So I basically had to restart the game all over again because I was locked into that area.
Damn.
I death looped myself.
That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Man, there's this one game that kind of reminds me of a loop death, but it wasn't. I just sucked as a player. It was called. I
I
think it was
appreciate the
the
honesty,
Reddit
dog.
games. What's up?
I said I appreciate the honesty.
You're right. It was the Reddit games. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Reddit or not Reddit. The one with Vin Diesel. Riddick.
Oh,
Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
Yeah, they had this one game where it has like two games in one, and I tried playing it, but it felt like it was hard. I was like, "What the fuck?" And one of my friends like was playing it in my room, and he's like, "Dude, this game's fun as shit." And he got further than me. I was like, "Man, I just suck."
Oh, dude, some games are like that, dog. Like, shit. I want to say I tried to play Dark Souls. I'm just gonna say it was Dark Souls. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that's one of those games where I'm just, for one, I don't have the patience for that shit, and then two, I'm just not good at those kind of games.
Mm.
I don't know what type of genre that is. I think y'all have talked about it before, but that shit ain't for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
horrible at those games.
I kind of liked or missed the PS2 era of games because I remember like any type of game would come out and it was just so much fun. Even though like like nowadays it's like all microtransactions.
Yeah.
Like for example, there's this one game that I can't remember what it's called, but basically you got like this infection with your arm and you're like connected with this like blade kind of thing that's kind of like a boomerang, and so you will throw it and you would just like get hitting all these different stuff, and then it'll come back to you, and then the more you level up, the more skills you can able to do with it. You can throw it in fire and catches on fire. You can hit all the enemies. It was a really cool game. I just can't remember what it was called. I think you were a spy or something like that.
Was it called Dark Sector?
I think it was Dark Sector.
That is not ringing any bells for me. So
I had to look it up. I literally typed in arm infection boomerang arm game to get Dark
Does
Sector.
it have
So I
a
don't know.
dude with like black hair?
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Maybe y'all can see the picture. I'm not sure. Hold on.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing that game. Dude, that game released at like a stupid price, like $30.
Yeah, but it was a
Who
fun game. I'm not gonna lie, it was a cool game. Even though I can't
the hell
remember the
made this
story.
game? D3 publisher or D3 and Aspire? I never even. What kind of games did they put out? I don't know. I never heard of them.
nah.
Damn, that shit is old as hell, fool.
Right?
God damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember much of the games from at least that far back. Um, yeah, I'm mostly drawing a blank.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
mean-
remember my first game that I got for my PS2. It was like a weird racing game, and it was ass. But for some reason, I enjoyed it because that's all I had. So I was like, "Fuck it, I gotta learn how to do it." At first, I sucked, but later on, I kind of got and understand the kinks of the game, and then I was getting good, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I was out beating all this stuff. It was like a kid game, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Was it Burnout?
No,
No.
like the cars were like short, like really really short, and like really like I guess cartoony in a way.
I remember the first game I played on PS3 was that it was like some racing game, pretty like off-road racing. You could get like ATVs and Arctic Cats and shit like that. They were all souped up.
Yeah.
Like Moto something. I don't remember. That shit was fun because you also had like weapons in that game.
Oh hell yeah.
So it was like a super advanced Mario Kart.
Huh.
Hmm.
I remember my parents bought me that 3-pack game, and there's this one game that had like motocross with the bats. And you could just like beat people to death with motocross.
Goddamn.
Hell yeah, it was dope. It was like a racing game, but you just beat people to death. It was fun as shit.
Yo, have y'all seen the or be easy? I guess I don't know if you ever played this game. The Dragon Age that teaser trailer they put out.
Yeah, I saw that.
They made a Dragon Age teaser.
Yeah.
What? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it looks it looks really good.
Yeah.
The trailer does anyway. It doesn't show any gameplay.
Boo.
But it looks good and it sounds good. At least from the way they were it was explaining itself.
But
But like I said, it's years away.
oh yeah,
We're probably not until
2023, 24.
I was gonna say late 22.
Really?
I was yeah.
Hmm.
At the
Yeah.
earliest. At the
Holiday.
earliest. Yeah,
Yeah.
holiday 22.
I'm still shooting for 23.
Yeah, I could see it 23. But I mean, apparently it's been in development for a little while.
Okay.
So, I mean, there is footage of prototype footage.
Okay.
Not quite alpha.
Hmm.
So it's, very basic, it's mostly just physics engine and very basic stuff like
Right.
it didn't really have like any graphics on it yet. It was all the wire mesh. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? So
Basically
me.
modeling and all that.
yeah. But the teaser was saying stuff like It sounds like it's gonna go back more to like Dragon Age 1. Because if you kind of remember how Dragon Age 1 was, is that, you picked your, your race and your gender and stuff like that and your
Yeah.
class at the beginning. And then that kind of affected your, uh, what do you call it? Your origin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every, race and class
Has a different origin and all that.
had your origin story in the beginning that you play through, and so it sounds like it's going to be more like that. It was saying stuff like you're no, and they even referenced it. No, you're not the chosen one. You don't have a magic hand. You're
No.
just you're someone that they will never see coming.
No magic eyes or bullshit like that.
I ain't got no magic eye bullshit. Square up, motherfucker.
Facts. Pew, 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 pew.
So, I mean, if they do end up going that route, which, obviously it's a little too early to tell, that'll be dope. Because, honestly, that's what I really liked about
Dragon Age.
Yeah, the first game.
Yeah.
Was because it was one of those rare few games that actually did let you choose. I mean, at least at the beginning, you're who you are, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it'll be neat. Some speculation. Maybe one of the beginning paths or whatever is like maybe you'll be like a member of the Antivan Crows.
Oh yeah. I
Or
remember that.
maybe a circle mage, or maybe a Templar, maybe one of the Kunari or something like that. So it'll be interesting if they actually do it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Dope, man. I hope they do it right.
Yeah, because I mean, I think technically the way it's sounding like is that this will be the final game in the Dragon Age saga, I guess.
Really?
I mean, that's the way I'm thinking. But, obviously that could change, the game could have an ending that will continue.
Right, because I mean,
So-
like, what was it? Didn't they say Mass Effects 3 was like the last part of that saga,
Yeah.
and now they're
But-
making a new Mass Effect?
Yeah. Yeah, cuz I mean, we had the trilogy and it was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
They handcrafted this entire fucking universe.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a little galaxy, an entire
No, a
fucking
whole
universe
Yeah.
with all different species and
People,
history
yeah.
and planets and
badass fucking characters. Tally, fucking, what's her name? Who was like bald and crazy? Can't remember her.
Jack.
Jack. There it is.
Jack, yeah, she was fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but Tally is definitely number one.
Elon.
But yeah, they spent so much time creating this universe that it felt kind of hollow after, you're like at the end of 3 you're like, fuck, I kind of want more.
Yeah.
Cuz I mean, imagine, they when George Lucas created the Star Wars films, imagine if he just stopped at 4, 5, 6.
Right.
And that was it. None of the games or any of that either.
Damn.
Just Star Wars 4, 5, and 6. That's it. And you're just kind of like,
I need my fix.
well, dude, you created this entire fucking universe.
You're not gonna even go more in depth or how the fuck this happened or who you know?
We want fucking more, man.
No, we don't. No. Stop at 4, 5, and 6. That's my opinion. The rest are a fucking joke.
What race is Yoda?
Yeah, the movies, yeah, they're not so great. but like all the extra stuff, we had some
The lore.
the lore. We had all those great fucking books and comics and stuff like that. The games.
Yeah. Before they went to ass.
Yeah. The Clone Wars
Series. Yeah, that
yeah, the
was really
Clone
good.
Wars series, that's fucking good. The Mandalorian, that's fucking amazing,
Question:
So
Who directed anything after 4, 5, and 6? Because was the what's that new the one with Anakin, the little baby or kid Anakin and kid with fucking what's that retarded ass animal?
Chewie?
Jar
God
Jar?
damn it, Jar Jar. Yeah,
Yeah. So I want to say the prequels were directed by George Lucas.
oh yeah,
Oh
he needs to
yeah, I
be
So
on some
remember
type of
him like
fucking medication
talking
or
about
something.
in an interview he wanted to connect with the younger audience,
yeah,
and that's why he made it so like silly like that.
yeah. Which was
Because how many years has it been since he did the last part of the trilogy of the original three?
the
70
original
something.
trilogy? Yeah,
Yeah.
the original trilogies was like what? 70s, 80s?
Okay. And then
So
these came out in like 2000, 2001, right?
Literally
y-
2000, I think, or 99.
yeah, it was like late 90s, early
Okay.
2000s.
Yeah, because I remember hearing in an interview, he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to uh, approach a new audience, and that's why I kind of went this route instead of the other route."
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
but
Bro, those
now
movies are so bad that that kid who played Anakin is like traumatized for life.
Dang. Oh
I
yeah,
don't
because
doubt it.
they really tore up his ass for that.
Yeah, and a lot of people did not like Hayden Christensen.
Uh huh.
So, but now after the Disney trilogy, people are fucking loving Hayden Christensen,
Yeah. That nigga's
and
fucking dope. Yeah.
now he's going to be returning as Darth Vader for the Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan, I was just
series.
about to bring that up. Yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, uh, Hayden Christensen didn't do
That bad.
that bad. I blame a lot of it on the script.
Yeah, I'll say the writing was kind of
The
ass.
writing was ass, but I think one other issue that we have to look at is that his path was set. There was
Yeah.
only one way he can go. So there was no
Flexibility kind of
flex.
thing.
Yeah, at least with like the Disney trilogy, there was kind of a thing where you're like, okay, well, this could go either way, like, oh, this person can go good or bad. This person could
Right.
go good or bad.
But with
But
his story, it was
but
kind
with
of
his
just like
story, he
set
was
in stone.
yeah, his path was set. He was going to fall to the dark side. So, I mean, yeah, you can do stories like that if they're adequately told, stuff like that. But I know for me personally, I don't really care for the kind of stories where I know how it's going to end.
Right.
You know, I don't. Uh, I mean, at least that way. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies, so and most of the time, uh, at the end of the movie, the heroes won, the villains defeated, and that's it. Obviously, there's nuance there, like at the end of Ultron, yeah, they won, but what
There's
was
some
the
linger.
cost?
Yeah.
At the end of Civil War, who won? You
Right.
know, um, Infinity War that threw me for a fucking loop.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that was
Even in game too, because I
yeah.
mean, like
Yeah, in game, yeah, that too, but Infinity War was the big one because
that's a
yeah,
major one.
yeah, because they actually did go in a different direction because I
they
honestly
straight up lost.
yeah, because I was expecting it to go in there like every other Marvel movie beforehand. Oh, Thanos shows up. All right. Well, they're going to have this big fight on their fucking hands, and at the end, they're going to beat Thanos,
Right.
and the universe is saved, and blah blah blah. We're all happy. And then when that didn't happen,
He clapped some cheeks.
I was like, okay, well, what the fuck, man?
And
That
then half
was
of the Earth was gone, half of the heroes are gone. And you're just like, oh fuck!
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
I
All
need to
right.
do
Well,
some horse.
that's one way to go about it. So I was like, so when they do stuff like that, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Right.
That's why for me, Infinity War is a little bit. I enjoy it a little bit more than I do Endgame.
Mm.
You
Same.
know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Endgame was a great fucking movie,
Oh yeah,
but Infinity War I
it was
think
just
is
so
is
good.
is
Yeah.
better just because, and not just because, but a big part of it is that they didn't go down that classic route.
Not only
So
that, but you can feel like not only the actors but the characters themselves are trying to like go all out just to
yeah,
get this guy, and then
yeah.
you know,
That's why I'm kind of ready. I know the original trilogy and really the Skywalker saga as a whole is kind of like the main grabbing point for the Star Wars universe cinematically. But there are those of us in the fandom who do enjoy all the extra stuff in the Star Wars universe,
oh yeah, because I mean you can go
Cuz
so much
yeah,
in depth with it.
yeah, cuz I mean even if you travel, back in time, to stuff way before, back when it was still the Republic, when the Republic was, I mean, I guess not new, but newer, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
there's so many things that we would want to see, like maybe like the Mandalorian Wars, the Jedi Civil War, stuff like that. We would love to see stuff like that,
Right.
because then I'm talking about like, the Age of Revan and stuff like that, and he had a really good fucking story, you know, and I mean, obviously they probably, I want to say there is a canon story for Revan, um, but I think you can't really. I mean, it'd be cool to see it, but I think a lot of us who have played the games kind of don't want to see it
Mm.
because of the choices we made.
Ah, okay.
So you know what I'm saying? But I
Mm.
mean, anytime after that, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Right.
So I mean, because that was in that time period
You
where,
know what they should do is do it with do it like how Black Mirror did with that movie. So you choose the ending of how the movie or show could end.
eh.
I think that would be pretty cool if they perfected it a little bit more.
Well, then at that point, I think they should just make a new game because I don't. Whenever
If
you,
you want to see it into fruition, I'm just saying.
yeah, but honestly, I would rather just see like sometime before the Star Wars movies, but after, the KOTOR games, during that time period. Because during that time period, there were a lot more Sith and a lot more Jedi.
Right.
So obviously, you get kind of more out of it, instead of just fucking troopers running around blasting. You can actually get into a lot more um, lightsaber fights, kind of like how the original or the prequel trilogy were, because you remember during what was it, episode 2 or whatever, 2 or 3, they had a lot of the lightsaber fights,
Right.
stuff
I
like
think it
that.
was two. Yeah.
2, they had all those Jedi running around,
Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, fucking shit up. So that'd be cool, see more than just one Jedi and one Sith, see a lot more, so it'd be cooler, I guess.
Hmm.
Because the fucked up thing is that we see more, um, Jedi, Sith, and really Force powers in general in the games than we have in the movies.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you barely see like a fucking uh
lightsaber,
saber fight. You know.
yeah, like even in the Disney trilogy, you barely saw any lightsaber fighting.
Yeah.
You know, so and then even like 8 and 9, barely any. So I don't know. It's like they tried to make it like this mystery thing, this mystique, but I don't know. It's not what we want.
Right. I just hope they do right with the shows and they're able to bring out more lore and better stories.
And Mara Jade.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Zeke. You've been awfully quiet. What do you think?
I've just been listening, bro.
Sorry for nerding out on you.
Not a big Star Wars guy, are you?
No, I am. I don't care for anything cinematically after the original three. To me, anything after that is like the Godfather 3. Shouldn't have happened. That's just me. I'm too much of a what's it called?
Purist.
Purist. Yeah.
But do you want more Star Wars stuff?
Yeah. As long as it's as long I mean, after the Skywalker saga. Yeah. Sure.
Is it?
I'd like for them to continue the Mandalorian, but obviously take that shit somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like go further with that. Focus on that because that's where all the action is.
Right.
I guess for me, none of the other shit really appealed to me. And then, like I've told you before, man, the only movie I like after the original three was it A New Hope or whatever
Rogue One?
no Force Awakens, whatever that shit was, the nostalgic one, the one that had Han Solo, Princess Leia,
Oh yeah.
C-3PO, R2D2,
Oh yeah.
Episode 7. So yeah. New Hope. Force Awakens.
Yeah.
and I don't even think it was that great,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it pulled on my heartstrings from a nostalgic point of view. So I was like,
Right.
it's okay. But yeah,
I
Yeah,
really
there was
like
a time when I go ahead, fool.
No, I was gonna say I really like Rogue One. I thought that was a really good
oh yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Rogue One was really good.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
I think so. If I that's the one about that what's her name?
Yeah.
It's like a prequel to the original three. Or no, it was a prequel.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
It was a prequel to Episode 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were going to try to.
Change the plans for the
Yeah.
Death Star.
Yeah. Well, try not to spoil it for them, but yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad.
But yeah, it takes place before Episode 4, but it's almost like right before Episode 4, like only like maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
So
And it's really
Wait,
good. Like
Is,
it's
is that the one that it came out pretty much like instantly right after Force Awakens?
I think so.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I remember like seeing the trailer for that, and then like a year later, it was like that trailer for that one came out. I was like, God damn, they dropping these hoes every year now, like an album.
Yeah.
Shit.
And
I'll definitely recommend that one because that one, like I said,
Yeah.
it was really good compared to Han Solo and 8 and 9.
yeah,
I did see Solo. That one was bad.
I did not see Solo,
I didn't
and I'm
see
glad
Solo.
I didn't, because I've
Again,
heard.
usually anytime they would try to reconnect back to 4, 5, and 6, I would watch it. So I was like, Solo can't be that bad. No, it was pretty bad. It
Yeah,
was pretty ass-tastic.
They had so much potential with Solo, but I don't know what went wrong.
yeah.
Well, watch it and you'll see.
I kind of don't, but I probably will.
Trust me, you ain't missing shit.
Huh?
Well, can you repeat that? You kind of went out.
Oh, I said, trust me, you ain't missing shit.
Hey.
All right. Well, hey, I guess to kind of stay on movies, I heard some bad news about Monster Hunter.
The movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be basically it's gonna revolve around like U.S. soldiers.
Yep. Well, yeah, I already know that because I've seen the
Preview.
preview.
Yeah, but I mean the story isn't gonna be what we think it is. Like it's mostly gonna revolve around like the U.S. military.
Hmm.
Which I don't remember that ever being in any kind of Monster Hunter game. So
Yeah. That, and I've heard that they've already had to change some stuff in the movie too.
Why's that?
Because there was a joke in there um that China didn't like.
Boo.
Yeah.
China Caligula.
I hate that we let China dictate so much of our media.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
guess.
because we want to get in that market.
Yeah, we want that China money.
Yeah,
But I mean,
our greed is showing.
whether it's racist or not, I mean, because that's the thing is that people think it was racist, and I don't know if it's racist or not. Um, I it's the kind of shit kids would say, when they do the
Oh
well,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's that kind of shit. It's not with that, but it's that kind of shit. So, um, I don't know. I really don't give two shits, and anyone who's ever been in the military will tell you we don't give two shits. We're not racist, but we will pick on each other about each other's race.
Oh yeah, because I mean we're all having fun here.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely not having fun.
Hey, but I mean at the end of the day, you gotta
Yeah, you got to make your own fun.
yeah,
I mean, I
That's
know.
why military guys are so dark, or
yeah,
military guys
hell
and
yeah.
gals.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We used to have a thing called Racial Thursdays. So, racial, not racist. I want to point that out.
Hold up,
And
I think Navarre's coming. Just joking.
oh, and so we would make fun of each other based on racial stereotypes. We had a black guy there. Be like,
Did he come late?
no, but make fun of him. At least when we went to go get chow and stuff like that. Be like, all right, what are you getting? Some fried chicken and Kool-Aid. He's like, damn right. What do you got there? Some fucking tuna casserole, motherfucker.
Hey,
So that kind of shit,
right.
We never took it to,
The extreme.
extreme. We're not fucking, throwing Hitler salutes and he's not, throwing spears at anyone or any shit like that. So, so,
Poison darts and shit.
yeah. So, we didn't take them to those extremes, but it was just a way for us to, you know, fuck with each other, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like break the ice. You're
Yeah.
gonna see these guys for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because when you work with each other like that in a high stress environment,
You gotta just
you got to do something to help you kind of cope.
right get that humor out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
where the
I mean,
darkness
as long
comes
as
from.
no one was offended, and it was all in good humor, we didn't give a shit. We were going to make fun of each other.
Oh yeah, and then I highly doubt there's really sensitive military people.
No, yeah, there is.
Really? Huh.
Probably the higher
Towards
ups.
the end there, before I got out, yeah, a lot of the new kids,
Oh,
they were pretty
Oh, the
soft.
PC kids.
but I'm pretty sure like once they get like 2 years in,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. By the end of their first enlistment, they're pretty grumpy. So
eventually they're gonna get
yeah,
unsoft or whatever.
yeah. The 9 times out of 10, you break out of it, and you just kind of lose a lot of your give a fuck.
Right. The wokeness.
Yeah,
I feel like that should be part of the test to get in. Like you just throw a bunch of dark jokes at them, and if they don't laugh, then they can't get in.
there's just so much I want that I don't think I'll ever get.
In
You know,
Star Wars in general, or just
Star
everything?
Wars games in general.
No, I get it because I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things like, let's say you have a certain genre and you're just like, man, I wish they were a little bit like this, a little bit, or did this, and all that. But and then eventually, either you got to make it or find something that sounds similar to it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I do wish I could get into video game design, stuff like that, because there are things I wish I could do with video games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I wish I could.
Would you be someone who would like be a part of like modeling and making the the characters or something like that, or would you be the person who would be a part of the storyline?
I think storyline slash mechanics,
Hmm.
because I do have mechanics for RPGs that I really kind of wish I could play, you know. So
Okay.
like, there are like mechanics for RPGs that I wish could be that I wish I saw in a game.
Right.
One is like where it's like an evolving class kind of deal. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start out as your basic, warrior, rogue, or mage, and then as you level up and put skills into things, and allocate,
Experience and
points.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it shapes you into further classes. So from warrior you can go into like
Sorcerer
yeah,
and shit like
well,
that.
like a paladin who's a mix between a warrior and a mage, or
As you were saying, be easy.
yeah, but like maybe who the fuck is Cynthia Schneider?
Cynthia Schneider.
No, Cynthia Schneider. Who the fuck is that? And they want to add me on Skype.
Oh, what the fuck?
Who the fuck are you?
For real.
Bitch, I don't know you. No mutual contacts. Yeah, try again, ISIS.
Hey.
Ain't falling for your bullshit.
I had something like that just the other day for my Fitbit. And there's one chick who was like completely nude on her photo. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of those where they, these internet thoughts
Right.
trying to, you know,
Get you to pay for, their shit.
yeah.
I'm just like, hell no. I could just,
There's free porn out there.
yeah.
I'm not paying for shit.
I'm not that desperate.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not.
If it ever gets to the point. If there's ever, if they run out of porn or whatever,
Right.
I'm just going to get a fucking Victoria's Secret magazine and, go to town on the couch cushions or something.
Hey.
I don't know. But, yeah, like I was saying, warrior could evolve to something to where, it's a mix between warrior and mage, or warrior and rogue. Rogue can, do the same thing. Rogue warrior, rogue mage, mage rogue, mage warrior, stuff like that. So,
Right. The combination can be endless.
yeah, so you can start, well, not endless, but, uh, you could branch out.
Right, right, right.
So,
It kind of reminds me. You played Final Fantasy X, right? Oh no, wait, you didn't.
mm, ye- I played a little bit of it.
Okay.
So,
Well, either way, you remember how they did their like leveling system in it?
yeah. How do
Can you
I
hear me?
know?
Yes.
It only took 10 minutes. Yeah.
What was it? Yeah. Me and Brian are talking about just what he wants to do in the sense of like if he were to get into the game system development, and he said he would be either storyboarding or what else would you say?
Or yeah, like
Mechanics.
yeah, game mechanics, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because I got ideas for like one of your kind of traditional hack and slash RPGs. Something kind of like the Elder Scrolls or Dragon Age, stuff like that. Um, maybe a couple shooter ones. Kind of one where it's you're it's kind of slightly futuristic. You're dealing with an alien invasion, and the military decides to come up with this program that uses like alien DNA to modify humans,
Oh shit, that would be pretty cool.
turning them into like some kind of super soldier.
Super synth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then like it has this mechanic where at the end of a boss battle you kind of absorb some of their DNA, and then that allows you to like pick upgrades or whatever based on, that'll give you specialty upgrades, but then like, normal leveling, you pick upgrades and kind of alter your DNA, so to speak,
Huh.
to give you kind of like new abilities and like, make yourself stronger, stuff like that.
This kind of reminds me of I think this game is called Prototype.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that,
Yeah.
but it'll be,
Instead of his arm, it could be like his whole
yeah, but it'll be,
person.
but I was thinking like making it more kind of like, more kind of restricted, I guess,
Okay.
so, um, where you don't have, you can't get access to everything,
Uh-huh.
so you have to kind of follow the flow kind of sort of deal,
Mm.
where you know, you pick your upgrades and then, that's that, you can't really do everything.
Right.
Because, I mean, yeah, the do everything games are fun, but ultimately, I feel like they hamper more than they kind of help, I
Right.
guess. You know what I'm saying? So
They let you
but
have too much free roam.
yeah, yeah. If you have like too much, then by the end, everyone's characters are going to basically be the same.
Right.
Because it's kind of like the thing between like say Skyrim versus Dragon Age Inquisition. You know what I'm saying? Those are two very good RPGs by two very good studios, but the way they go about it is completely different. You know what I'm saying? So, like say, like towards the end of the game in Skyrim, you could have everything leveled up and everything and be good at a lot of things,
Right.
and they remove the leveling cap. So, you could essentially do anything by the, if you spend enough time. Whereas something like Inquisition, you have your classes, so you have your set thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that adds. They both have their replayability, but
Right.
one is based on classes and choice stuff like that, whereas the other one kind of more based on mods, honestly,
Yeah,
because
man.
because I'll play I'll play the shit out of Skyrim on my PC, because I can mod it to hell and back. But I'll play Inquisition on my console just because there's so many different choices I can make,
Right.
you know? So, I'd be like, all right, well, I feel like playing my, mage character, my elf mage character. Or, you know what? I feel like playing my dwarf rogue or, my Quinari warrior, So that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah, you add enough choice in there to where you can really pick and choose, and really kind of develop how you want to, but not so much that it kind of, makes you not want to play it again. You know what I'm
Kind of makes
saying?
like a burden.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Because I mean, if you play Skyrim enough, you eventually, and I haven't touched Skyrim in fucking months. It's been a while, and that's mostly because that there's not much more I can do.
Right. Once you set your
One,
certain
yeah.
thing.
I mean, because I have my preferred builds and everything like that, but it doesn't deviate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could go in there and be like, all right, well, instead of playing a stealth archer, maybe I could do an assassin build, or maybe like a mage warrior or something like that. But it just outside of mods, yeah, there's just not much more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
It feels like you hit a cap.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zeke, you still with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, just make sure.
I hope.
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to get to. But I mean, obviously, like if I was to get into game development, they wouldn't be these kind of like AAA games and stuff like that. They'd be like a lot smaller. I guess closer to stuff like I don't know if you've ever played like maybe something like closer to KOTOR. You know, Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Um, that it wasn't like this big open world. You know, you had all your smaller
Areas,
hubs.
yeah.
You know, really. Um, or and then I think then the big thing for me is whether to go turn based or not. I kind of want to. I kind
Turn-based game.
Yeah, I kind of want to do a turn based game only because I feel like it's dying out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't think I've seen turn-based game in a while. Besides the new remake of Final Fantasy VII, but you can turn it on and off
Yeah,
whenever you want.
yeah. So I mean,
Beezy, why don't you link up with Ethan?
right. But here's the thing: I have no experience. I have no coding experience. No,
Well, then that's where you link up with G and Ethan.
no
Hey,
graphics design thing. I would literally just be at my current skill level. My only thing would be uh really ideas and story. You know
right.
that'd be the only thing.
In the music world, that's called a producer.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So I guess I'd be like a story writer slash producer. But you know, but I kind of want to learn the skills to be able to do some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, that's why you hook up with them because I mean, you can sit down with them, kind of like learn how it's done in that certain way, and then eventually, if you want to go to school for it, and then go to school and kind of figure it out even and more in depth kind of thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to
Um.
start somewhere.
Yeah.
you got to intern somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a little bit of stuff. I've played with around with the like certain games where you can kind of like make your own levels and stuff like that,
Right.
and things like that. Um. One of the Shadowrun games I have, Shadowrun Dragonfall, for the PC. It's a turn-based game,
Okay.
but it's like kind of not quite on a grid, but kind of like on a grid. Um, and you're probably familiar with turn-based grid games,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like that. But it has like a editor in the game, so you can build your own levels and uh, kind of make your own stories and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I know I messed around with that for a little while, but that was pretty difficult. I had to. I mean, I watched a couple like YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Right.
To kind of really like learn a lot of this stuff, and it definitely helped out a lot. But it's definitely a very long,
Tedious.
yeah, tedious, um, but still pretty cool, I guess.
Right. Because I mean, I had a roommate for I think his portfolio show. He made a game. But the cool thing is that he was an audio major. So what he did in his game is that every time you do something or hit a certain treasure or something like that, it was like a ball game. You just made the ball go where it needed to go. And it was pretty cool. The graphics were nice. But the cool thing is that there's different songs playing in the background. And each time you hit a certain thing, the ball or the treasure, the sound that you'll get when the ball hits would hit in the same key or the same kind of chord that the music's playing. So the music and all that would always sync together. It was really cool.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty neat.
It looked like a more mobile game, but it's still nice that everything flowed together because there's multiple songs that he put into it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
And he wrote all the songs too, which was cool.
Oh yeah.
See, that's another person you need to link up with, Beezy.
Well, I know if I did make a game, I would probably be hitting you two up for music.
Hey.
It's gonna cost you.
I can give you 5 halfpennies.
3 wood nickels.
The one nickels. I'll take that as 10.
You want my S10? No, you don't.
Oh man.
Well, all right, fellas. I hate to cut the shit short, but I gotta go help Sarah do something real quick. Sorry for the quietness. You know, your boy just woke up. I don't do well with just waking up, so
Hey.
my fucking eyes are like dry as hell right now. I'm trying to stay
Keep them
alive.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how it was last week, man. Last week, I don't even know. I think I fell asleep at one point.
Yeah, you definitely did. But yeah, my bad. Like I said, I just staying up all damn night trying to get that shit done. So trying
Now
to
we get it.
trying
You
to
got to
that
do what
money.
you got to do. Yeah. That dough, that bread.
Yeah. Next week I should be a little more talkative, but yeah, this week this wasn't the move. Sorry, folks.
It's all right. Either way, me and Be Easy were playing Munchkin before we even started.
Hey, that's what's up.
Hey.
Gotta try it, man. It's fun.
Oh no, I'm down. I just Sunday whenever we played what you call it, the fucking game.
New phone.
I
Who's
didn't want
this?
to. Yeah, because Crystal was playing. Crystal wanted to play, and then
Right.
Navarre and all that shit. So I
Yeah,
was like, let's just do something where everybody can be involved.
Yeah, that's
know.
what I thought too. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna play this one first. But
Yeah,
yeah, next time we can play Munchkin on Sunday.
yeah, that's
I was
cool.
thinking about going over there with your mom, seeing if she wanted to play with us, because I think she would like it too.
She may, but then again, she might just say, "Nah, fuck that. Let's play Farkle." So,
You lying.
but all right, fellas, let's ride. Let's ride. That was episode number 13. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.